Congressman Don Bacon calling it, quote, a bad day for America's foreign policy. That's a Republican. Joining me now, Illinois Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley. Congressman, do you agree with your Republican counterpart?
Well, I do. This is the Trump-Vance clown show, and it's horrifying. We are fundamentally a different country than what we were just weeks ago, to our friends and foes alike, and we are fundamentally less safe. I have to say, the thing that struck me first and foremost was saying that they were ungrateful. I met with Ukrainian military officials yesterday. I met members of the Rada and their military. I've met President Zelensky 7 times since the war started. Every meeting with them here and in Ukraine began with their extraordinary gratitude of what the United States has done to help. And they continue to do that. And when I compare the president talking about Zelensky not being legitimate, when in his first term, he refused to even question Putin versus our own intel community, to ever say anything but nice things about Putin, a tyrant who kills his own people, who invaded. I stood on the mass grave at Bucha. For him to not question Putin, the man who came from KGB's legitimacy, he's more like Putin. Zelensky, who has gone through great risk for his life, at a time unlike the Blitz, he reminds me of Churchill. So this is embarrassing beyond comprehension. I hope my other Republican colleagues will stand with us to do the right thing.
You are co-chair of the House Ukrainian Caucus. And I wonder what kind of conversations you have now and what this means, you think, for U.S. foreign policy and for our relationship with our allies.
I don't know if we have allies anymore. That would have sounded hyperbolic just a little while ago. But we're putting tariffs on our closest, most important trade partners. We're telling NATO that it's on its own. We're telling the country that's involved with the greatest land war since the Second World War that we had been supporting for all the reasons we fought the Second World War, that they're on their own and we're extorting them for the second time in Trump time as president. So that's why I said I think we're less safe. It again goes back to the history. Presidents who have done the right thing since these have become an issue in the last century have all spoken eloquently in the opposite direction. FDR in his last inaugural said, we have learned that we are dependent on the safety of other countries far away for our own welfare. John F. Kennedy said, we will oppose any foe and we will do everything we can to help any friend. The Reagan doctrine has been eviscerated by the Trump administration, that we will always stand up against Soviet aggression and our allies. I don't know who our allies are anymore. I certainly don't know who would trust us anymore.